Alright, imagine this. You're on your tablet or computer on Facebook Marketplace. All of a sudden, it pops up. The vehicle of your dreams, in my case, a 3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive, diesel, square body, flatbed. Okay, so it pops up for a price you can afford. You're thinking, man, this is too good to be true. In the description it says, just needs a head gasket. So that's what this video is about. It just needs a head gasket. So what do? Quick. You put your tablet down. You got to be the first one to get in there and buy this thing. It's a beaut. So you jump in your Ford. And you pay him. Because she's a beaut. Three-quarter ton flatbed, 4-wheel drive with a 6.5 diesel. You get home, you think all I need is a head gasket. What? It needs a little more than a head gasket. Can you see the crack? Man, I can see that better than my eyeballs. It cracked the piston, and then can you see the rings are jacked on it, on that one, because it froze up. I'm going to re-ring this thing. If you look, the old rings are not round anymore. See how that's not round? It's kind of squared off. I'm going to re-ring it, put one new piston in, new rod bearings. Here's the new cylinder head I got for it. If you can see, I've honed it down to where these scratches aren't, you can't feel them, and there's hone marks across them. So they're almost all the way out. There's a little bit of a lip right there on this one, but it's not going to be perfect. That's the turbo side. These you can't feel. Unless, you can't tell it, but you can't feel these. This is what to expect. So if you're thinking about a vehicle with all it needs is a head gasket, be mindful that it's going to need more than a head gasket likely, right? So I like those kind of vehicles. The probability is it's going to need pistons, at least re-ring, cylinder work, heads. The list can go on. So and not only that, but the time of pulling the engine out. You know, on this truck, it was easier to pull the engine out because you couldn't get the oil pan off unless you got the front axle disassembled. So I just pulled the engine out. But 2-wheel drive, maybe you can pull the oil pan, shove the pistons up. Maybe it's not such a big deal. Consider that whenever it says it just needs a head gasket. I see them all the time on the internet, and I try to, if they're priced right, I look at them if I'm looking for a vehicle, any vehicle, you know, tractors, equipment. If it's priced right, I consider it. But usually they're priced for a $10 part and 2 hours worth of labor, right? That's usually how they're priced. The reality is you're looking at $500 in parts, at least for this one, and this is a cheap engine to get parts for. $500 in parts and a week, 2 weeks worth of work. So consider that whenever you're searching for those, and don't fall victim. If you guys want to see me assemble this thing and put it back in, struggle with all that, let me know in the comments and give me some likes, because probably I'm not going to do a video on it unless I get a lot of feedback where people want to see it. 6.5 turbo diesel, Detroit diesel, mechanical injection pump, and a mechanical turbo. So it's a pretty good setup, I think. A gas sipper. Typically these are gas sipping engines. But hey, I've got a lot of work to do on this thing. Alright, this pickup smells really good, by the way. I think that's one of the reasons I bought it. Plus it was cheap, and it's what I was looking for. But imagine driving down the road, shifter in the four-wheel drive with the old trailer in the back.